What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. So we're talking about this little guy right here. This is the AirTag, one of Apple's most recent offerings in their relatively cool and relatively colorful 2021 product lineup so far. And its job is actually really simple. You attach it to something that you think you might lose, and in the event that you lose it, this should hopefully help you locate it a little sooner. But there are some pretty cool things going on with this little guy, so let's spend a little time talking about the AirTag. The AirTag is a relatively simple product from Apple, and you can actually buy it in two different ways. You can buy it as a single AirTag pack for $30, or you can buy it in a pack of 4 for $99. Now, the unboxing experience and the setup experience are just as simple as the product itself. Matter of fact, there's not even any Apple stickers in the box. So all you do is open up the box, you'll pull out the packaging that contains the AirTag. There's obviously some documentation, but I don't think anyone reads the paper documentation, right? So you'll unfold the packaging, and once you take the AirTag out, it'll be wrapped in plastic. Now, the important part about the plastic is that there is a pull tab that runs inside the AirTag, and once you pull it, the battery seats inside the AirTag. Now, once the battery seats, you'll hear a chime from the AirTag, and all you have to really do is just bring it close to the iPhone that you want to pair it with. Oh, and also make sure you're updated to the latest version of iOS before you start pairing. And you'll see a little pop-up that'll be really similar to pairing a pair of AirPods. You'll hit pair, and the first thing that'll happen is it'll ask you to name the AirTags. It basically means let us know what you're going to be attaching the AirTags to. Once you pick a name, it'll ask if you would like to attach or pair the AirTags to your Apple ID, which will include your phone number and your email. That'll help with locating purposes. We'll get to that here in a second. And after that, you're essentially done. Now, once you're done with the setup and pairing process, you're going to want to attach the AirTag to whatever you really want to keep track of. Keep in mind, though, that there is no physical way to attach an AirTag to whatever you want to keep track of. The AirTag itself is simply a plastic white round shell, and on the other side is the stainless steel battery cover. There are no holes or hinges or anything physically built into the AirTag that will allow you to attach it to something, so you'll have to invest in an accessory of some kind, whether it's a hook and loop or buckle or something, to attach it to whatever you want to keep track of. Now, fortunately for you, even though the AirTag is a new product, there are a lot of first-party accessories available directly from Apple, but there are also a ton of third-party accessories that are going to look really nice and also help you save a little bit of money. The battery cover is removable, and the battery itself will last up to 1 full year, which is awesome. Now, when it comes time to replace the battery, all you have to do is twist the battery cover off, replace the battery with a new one, and twist the battery cover back on, and you're all set. The battery itself is also cheap, relatively easy to find, and since you're replacing the battery and you're not replacing the AirTag itself, you are reducing electronic waste as well. So if there was any ever product that you wanted to get engraved from Apple because you'd be keeping it for a long time that actually has a serviceable battery that you can take care of yourself, the AirTags is it. You should definitely get this thing personalized. It looks awesome. So what happens if you need to locate an item that you've misplaced? Well, the answer to that actually comes down to just how lost your item is. If your item happens to be misplaced within a relatively comfortable range of your iPhone, then all you have to do is open up the Find My app, find the item that you're trying to locate, and press Find. This is going to start precision locating mode, which is actually really cool. As long as your iPhone is within range of the product again, or the item that you're trying to find, let's say, you'll see a pretty cool little UI pop up. And I found that the sweet spot in terms of overall range, so you don't get a signal is weak message, is about 30-ish to 35-ish feet. So once you start getting within range, you'll see a little arrow pop up on your iPhone that'll tell you exactly which direction you need to head to in order to find your misplaced item. And the UI is actually really cool. As you start getting closer to the AirTag itself, the UI will turn green, and once you start getting really close, your phone will start providing some haptic feedback in order to let you know that you've essentially located your product. So precision finding is super, super dope. And it's honestly one of those things where you may find yourself just doing it throughout the day just to go through the process and see how cool it is. Now, if you're still having a hard time finding your AirTags, maybe they're just lodged in a backpack, or maybe they're in between a lot of things, let's say like in the couch covers or something, right? You can open up the Find My app, and there's an option to actually play a chiming sound from the AirTag itself. And considering this device doesn't actually have a speaker, it actually gets plenty loud. Listen to this. Now, what happens if you've really lost something, like well outside of the range of your iPhone? That's where lost mode and Apple's utilization of the Find My network come into play. Now, lost mode is something that you'll be able to do on your end using your phone. You'll open up the Find My app and enable lost mode for the AirTag that's attached to whatever device or thing that you lost. Lost mode allows you to do a couple of different things. You'll be notified if someone finds your AirTag or if another iOS device comes within proximity of your AirTag and pings its location using an encrypted signal, which is pretty cool. And you'll also have the option to set a lost mode message for the AirTag itself. So if someone happens to find it and they bring it within close proximity of their iPhone or any iOS device, they'll see a little pop-up that says this AirTag is lost. Please contact me at this email or this phone number, which is awesome. Now, I just briefly mentioned that other iOS devices can ping the AirTag using an encrypted signal, and it'll notify you whenever an iOS device does that. That's Apple's utilization of the Find My network. So think about it this way. If you were to lose your AirTag, let's say in a park or on a train or in the gym, anytime an iOS device, whether it's an iPhone or maybe an iPad with LTE, comes into proximity of that AirTag, it'll ping it on the Find My network, so you'll get a notification knowing that an iOS device was recently near it and pinged it, so you have a general idea of where your AirTag might be. Now, another cool thing is, let's say someone with an Android phone finds your AirTag. The AirTag has NFC enabled, so all that person would have to do is move the AirTag close to the NFC sensor on their Android phone, and it'll actually pull up the lost item section of Apple's website, letting that individual know that these AirTags are lost and they're registered to a particular user, and you can contact them at this email or at this phone number. So when you think about the network that Apple has established in order to locate something like a found or lost AirTag, it's actually really, really cool. It's almost like, do you guys remember traveling back in the day and you had luggage, right? And you would attach something to your luggage that had, like, you would write down your name and you'd write down like your phone number in case your luggage actually got lost. This is like the modern day version of that, except it's all digital. So we're in the future, baby. But that's about it. I mean, the AirTags are super simple, they're super practical, and they work really, really well. And whenever you combine them with the already well-established ecosystem of iOS devices like iPhones and iPads, I mean, I see something like this being super, super popular, and the use case scenarios are definitely out there. I mean, I've already heard stories of people wanting to get really creative and turning AirTags into bracelets for their kids to wear. You can even, get like a hook and loop enclosure and attach it to your dog's leash or maybe your dog's collar or something if you want to keep up with your pet. I mean, the use case scenarios are definitely out there, and the AirTags work in a really, really nice way that's super seamless with, go figure, the rest of your products in the Apple ecosystem. So if you happen to be heavily invested in the Apple ecosystem, the AirTags is another product that's relatively easy to recommend if you have a use case for it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit like and subscribe as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe and peace. Actually, it comes down to just how lost that item is. Let's say the item that you're looking for is within range of your iPhone. If that's the case, all you have to do is open up the Find My iPhone app, not Find My iPhone app, just the Find My, right?
Yeah, it's just Find My app.
That's so weird.